Hey, what's going on, fam? Glad that y'all stopping by the lab today. Pretty much what I'm going to do is go through my workflow in creating the foundations for a new track. And that's just pretty much it. Now, first off, what I do is I'm working with this. I have a Native Instruments S49. This is a complete keyboard MIDI controller. And I also use my MK2, which is also Native Instruments. What we're going to do is, for the basis of starting off the foundation for the track, I like to work in this. So I like to work in Serato Studio. Serato does have a plugin, but I do like to use the Serato Studio just for the foundation of the track, because the main foundation of the track, the bass, the chords, and the melody, they can all be set in key right from here. So let's just go into it. Okay, guys, so now that we're over here at Serato Studio, what I'm going to do is set this tempo at about 160. It's really a 80 BPM. I just doubled it up in case I want to put in some repetitive hi-hats. And what I'm going to do is use a kit that I created inside of their drum sequencer. So inside of the sequencer in here, you can add your own samples to create your own drum kit. However, I'm just going to use the hi-hats to use as a natural metronome when I'm going about creating the foundation for the track. So we'll do that. I'm also going to use application called a speed drum. I'm going to use that to create my beat, but for right now, I'm going to create a separate stem by using the snaps and the clicks to accentuate the hi-hat. I'm not going to do the whole beat in this kit because I like the drum sounds on another kit a little bit better, but I do like the snaps and the clicks, and I'm only going to utilize them right now. So next thing I'm thinking about doing is going in and just going to create a simple melody. So what I'm going to use is something like a pluck or a bell. Yeah, like this. And that's pretty simple. And then what I'm going to do to expand on it is I'm actually going to take that same melody or those same MIDI notes that I'm playing right now, and I'm going to add them onto another sound that's a little bit higher pitch. So when we play them both together, they kind of expand that sound altogether. So basically, we can get something like this when we add in the higher pitched melody. Okay, good. So that'll work. And then if we actually just want to check them out together, we can see how it's expanded a little bit. And then we'll fine tune it once we get it over to the production side inside the cakewalk. Yeah, I believe that'll work. Next order of business would be to just go ahead and I went ahead and created that drum loop, which is going to be the meat of the song. And this is just to give me a feel. I'm actually going to have to come back in and I'm going to expand on this beat a little bit more and actually create probably two other breakdowns for this. But this is just to give me a general feel for the foundation. And I think that works pretty well. And now if we just go ahead and we could kind of expand on that and listen to it with the hi-hats and the snap and the click from the speed drum, that's all going to be on good. But then I'm going to come in and create a bass. So what I'm using is a VST, which is called a Hive synthesizer. And sounds a little 80s, but I kind of like this bass, but it's a good foundation. So we want to give it this track a little bit of depth. So it could probably work. And like I said, it's good for a foundation. This is great ideas, and everything is already in key. If we want to expand on it, we're going to be able to do that even more so over on the other side of production, right inside of Cakewalk. All right, so that's pretty decent. Then the next thing I'm thinking about doing is trying to give this a little bit more movement. So what I'm going to do is go into another one of my VST, which is pigments, and I'm just going to create an ARP. Simple ARP. One note, that's it. Just to keep it moving a little bit. All right, it's a little weird, but I believe this is going to work. Got a pretty decent feeling about this. Then I'm going to go and create a counter melody, and what I'm going to use is a VST that gives me a kalimba, and this is really simple. And all of these MIDI files that you see right now, I'm able to save them and put them into a file, and I'll be able to access them right in Cakewalk. And then I'm going to be able to, after I go ahead and create wave files out of all of these sounds, I'm going to be able to just drag them in place wherever I want. And then if I want to expand, I could just go ahead and continue creating additional sounds or melodies right over in Cakewalk. But for a foundation, I like to use this because I can get some good solid ideas. Next thing I'm doing is really going into a couple of different synthesizers and just getting some things for texture. One note. That's it. Just one key. I'm hitting this one key. It's going to fill up some of that space, especially when you want to use limited sounds. Texture is going to be really good. Now, the other synthesizer in there is going to be, I believe that's going to be from Synthmaster, or no, that's also going to be from Pigments, and it's just a thick saw. That's pretty much it. One more bit of texture, and have all of these play against each other. So yeah, that's pretty decent for a foundation. And lastly, I'm just going to go ahead and get a little vocal sample. Something really simple. And usually I could use things like this as beginnings of transitions, or simply to know that there's going to be something in that space. And you can probably recognize that when we get to the other side in Cakewalk. And pretty much right now, I got a good foundation for what I think I might be able to build off of. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and save all of these as wave files. And then I'm just going to move on over to a Cakewalk, and we're going to get real busy and go about putting this thing together. All right? See you over on the other side, that is. Now that we went over into Serato Studio and created our few stems that we want to use to start a basis of a track, what we're going to do is we're going to just move on over here into Cakewalk. Now, right from Cakewalk, they do have the browser over here. I'm going to be able to go into my browser, go into my Serato projects. I'm going to find that file, and basically here we have the bass line that we created when we were playing on the S49, along with those bells, and then that little kalimba melody line, and then all of the other files that, or the other sounds that we created, or melodies in that 2-bar count, we have right here. So let me see here. All right, here's, I believe, the high tone bell. This is the vocal. This right here is that ARP. Okay, so now what I want to do is we're going to simply just go ahead and we want to start it to try to get a basis of building it up. So we're going to introduce each instrument, or try to introduce each instrument. So first off, let's just start with putting these drums together. Right, so we'll have we will have that automatic tempo. Okay, let me see here. I also want to go in here and go and put the speed drum in here. And we're going to see what this is like when they are together here. Okay, and for starting off, yeah, let's just do this. And what we're going to do is we'll just duplicate this a few times. Let's do that. So we know we got a groove here, or we have our little natural metronome. Well, and now what I want to do is try to start to lay some texture down in regards to that. I think I like this right around here. And then we'll just double that like that. We need to bring this up a bit. So I'm going to go into the channel strip, and this is this right here. Take that metronome off. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, that's good. Let me just get this in here. And I kind of like this thick saw really quick. Yeah, I like that. And we can run that under the bottom of this throughout the whole thing. So we'll just do like this. Right, and let's go back here, take a listen to this. We'll undo that, and let's just listen here. Okay, so that's good. So what I think I want to do now is kind of get this. Let's get this drum in here. I think we might start it here. Right. So let's do that there. Yeah, let's just yeah, let's run this. Let's see what we're working with here. So we definitely want to try to give it some texture. I think we might want to bring this over, start this a little bit earlier, because I think I want to bring the arping right around here to keep it, just to start to get it moving. Uh, right around here. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Right around there. And we'll do this like this. And I also think I'm going to put this vocal here, which is this. So let's see what we're working with here at this point. Okay, right there, we should have that other accent in there. Right. You should be coming in right around here. And what we're gonna do is we'll let you rock. A few, two. Let's go maybe three. I think four might be excessive. So let's go back and listen here. And really this is just all introducing these instruments bit by bit. Not really anything special. Just introducing them bit by bit and not having them step on each top of each other. Okay, so I think this is what I want. We're going to run this kalimba right here to let it run right into that. Okay, great. Then what we'll do is high pitch. We'll get you here. Okay, we cooking. Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll double this, and then the other higher pitch bell. What was it? This? Right. What we'll do is we'll throw it on the top of the second one, and we actually could have, yeah, there we go. Throw it on top of the second one. Let's listen to that. I think that should be it. Oh no, is it? Yes. Okay, so we should probably be able to get both of these. Let's see, from one transition to the other. Just something, just a little something to listen to it with. Right. A little more texture to it. Okay, good, good, good. I like that. All right, so we cooking, we cooking. We had that bass line, but we also have this bass line here, right? We have it in a MIDI form. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this bass, and this is one good thing about working with Serato Studio 2, so I can have it as a wave file, or I can have this. But I have this bass, and I'm going to use a different synthesizer with that bass. This is what I'm going to use. This is a UAD. This is the Polymax UAD, and this is the bass that I'm actually going to be using. They want to solo anything out. That's the bass that I'm using for that. And also, this is what I'm going to do. I'm also going to use this same bass right here on a different synth up here. Right, here we go. And this is Hive. So I'm also going to be using, so basically both of those basses. And what I'm going to do is, it's not like parallel compressing. It's just basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch them out. So basically this first one, Hive, right here, if you can see over here, I have it really panned over here to the left. And basically the other Polymax, I got it panned all the way over to the right. That's just basically it. It's just going to make it sound a little wider. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and just listen to these by themselves really quick. This is really the Polymax. And then let me do that. And this is going to be the Hive, which is the deeper one. And basically what I'm going to do is when I have them panned out, we're coming in with something like this. And so that's what we're working with. All right, so we have that there. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and double this. All right, guys. So one of the other things I like to do after I already set down the basic form of a foundation is I like to go and get what I would call ear candy. And these are basically little simple effects that I have in my own library that I've created myself or either picked up along, this whole journey in music production. And you can use these at certain points before or after a transition to kind of accentuate that part of your composition. Now, let me see here. Basically, what I did is I went and got a few here, a couple of haze, a yeah, I got a wind transition here. Let me see if I could let you listen to a few of them. And basically, placed in the right spot, they're just going to help accentuate that part of your composition. This is just the wind transition. Really simple. I believe this is a hey or yeah. I've got transitioning into before the bass line comes in. Yeah. So I have a few of these throughout. I laced them throughout here. I also have this little short rise that I'm going to be using to go lead into the arc that I have on this little foundation that I got going on. And that's basically it. So like I said before, with these little simple effects placed in the right part, throughout your little foundation, you could really start to get a good idea of what really works with each other, what really works when it's transitioning to another part or another melody. And let's basically see how these little sample transitions have enhanced, the basic foundation that we just put down here really quick. Yeah, we good. Yeah, so there it is, guys. A couple of simple pieces of ear candy in the right spot, along with a basic foundation, and you can get a really good idea of what you might want to do when you are building the track, or what direction you might want to go in. Once again, guys, thanks for stopping by the lab. Subscribe if you like this content. I'm going to do a little bit more of this as we go along. Listen, thanks for stopping through, man. You guys be good.